Today I'm giving you an inside look at the exact process I used to create this. By the end of the video, you will not only see how it's done, but also learn tips that you can use in your own projects. Let's jump right into the magic. Let me take you back to the beginning. This is where every designer starts. A black canvas. I set the dimensions to f4. As you can see, here the presets. Yeah, you can just come here to print. Like if you haven't used them before, you set them to you set it to f4. Here are they. There's f4, a6, a5. Yeah. So in this case, we used a4. Yeah, pixels. Yeah, that's what I used. And we click here, create. That's our blank canvas. Yeah, this is it. So now for starters, I'd already imported the image that we used, but I'm going to do it again for starters. So you come here, you click open, you look for the image where you have saved it. For good images, I always recommend free pick if you want to get nice images for your design. So this is our image, right? Now our next step, when you look at this design, is when you look at it, the most important thing when you look at it is the image, the effects that were put on the image. So we should make sure that our image really looks good. The background remover, so we should make sure that we smoothly remove the background so well. Yeah, that's the important thing that I see here in the image. So let's get this done. So, when you look at our image, we are going to remove the background. First thing, you first come here to the selection tool, you select it, and you select here, select and mask. Let's come here, we clicked overlay, we increase the opacity, and we will select subject. Many people asked me to do this from scratch, so I decided to make it up for you guys. So, but all these are already in my previous videos, so you can always go back my previous videos and check and see what you want. So as you can see, it has removed the background, but there is some details that were not removed. So what you do, you come here and select this tool here. You try now removing the background smoothly like this. That's for it. Remove these details smoothly. Yeah, like that. So here we are, as you can see. Let's remove the background. So our next step is to import this to our canvas. So what you are going to do, you are going to make sure that you are going to import this. to our canvas. Let me see. Yeah. So we have imported it to our canvas. So you press Ctrl T to select the image and you resize it down like the way we wanted it. You resize it down. So now let's talk about the background. So the background, I think it's what makes the design, because it gives the first impression to any viewer that sees any design, the poster, flyer. So you should always make sure that you have the right choice to choose your background. Don't use dull colors if you want to make a nice design. I don't recommend anyone to choose dull colors. So you should always make your background very, very, very nice, sharp. There are many ways how you can manipulate a background to look nice in Photoshop. So I always want to see a design that has a very nice background, because it always gives the first impression to any viewer. So in this case, because this is a social app design, so I wanted this image to pop out, I decided to choose a solid, a very light, not solid. I wanted to shoot a very light background for this image. So let's come here to layers. Let's check our layers here. Close this. Yeah. So here is it. Typography. So this is our next thing. Finding the right choice is always hard. So in this case, this is the font types I decided to use. When you look at it, I used the Poppins extra bold to give it that bold. Yeah. So our next thing for this scroll, when you look at it, on this one, you see it, Ugly. So this is the font that I chose there, but I wanted this shosho to come out big so that someone can clearly see it. So I'd say choose also a thin brown Astin Sand to give it that simplicity. Yeah. And also calligraphy, great vibes. So this is what I chose for the fonts. I think this is a Poppin. Yeah, Poppins extra bold, for people to come to see this, because this is the main thing of the design. So now I wanted it to be a little bit bold. For this you can use any design, but in this case, in any type of font. In this case, I round regular. I think it's the same thing that I used here. Yeah, that's for the typography. So in this case, let me import this fonts real quick to our new design. Speed up that. So if we have to talk about shapes, so now if I have to talk about the shapes, so this is just a normal shape. Just create a shape like this, and we round all edges and put a stroke it. I hope here in this video people know how to create shapes, because this is easy. You can just come here double click to the layer and just come here and create a shape and put a stroke depending on which color you want. It can be white, and you increase the size. You put it out and increase the shade size of the one you want. To give it that bulb, the shadow, you come here to the drop shadow and let's play with this. Make sure it comes out. Change the angle. Oh, it's not the one that I'm not going to change this one. Let's increase the opacity. Increase the distance. Let's play to the size. Distance, size too, so reduce the opacity and the distance covered. There are very many things. I don't want to make this video too long, so I won't make it too long. So let's also put a drop. Let's also put a stroke. Yeah, right stroke to it. So that's how I made this. It's supposed to be out, yeah, like that. So that's it. So this one you just create a shape and put a drop shadow to it. It has a drop shadow too. That one I'm not going to do that. That one's simple. So this one, it's also a shape, but I played around with the gradient, as you can see. I created a shape, I rounded it, made it long, so you just come here to the gradient, here to the gradient overlay, and I just played around with this. You put the light color in the middle, as the dark ones put them behind. So after that, you make sure the scale is 88, 87%. It's 7 degrees, not percent. It's supposed to be also in linear, so I don't want to waste time on this because there are other things. So that's it. On this shape, I reduced the opacity. Yeah, you reduce the opacity. So that's it for the shape. For the icons, I've already imported them. Icons, as you can see, the only difference, the effect that I put to them, I used that. It's the same for all of them, just depending on the opacity. So I went to bra, and I used motion bra, not casual bra this time around. So this is the effect I used to the icons, the motion one. So yeah, that's the only thing that I did for the icons, all of them. I used the motion bra. So it depends. The only difference is the distance. So, but you can place them wherever you want, like in this one. You can place them wherever you want. So it's not a big deal. So you have learned that, and so now we are going to look at the image. Alright, so now let's look at the image. So we are going to put some effects in the image. I don't know if you guys have Nick collection. So this is what I used. I imported it. It's a plugin, not an import. Sorry, it's a plugin that I had to install for these effects. So for this case, we're going to use the Color Effects Pro 4. Oh, before this, let's wait for this. Let's wait it for some time. Before this, first make sure that it's converted to smart object, because we remove the background and we also rasterize it. So let's go back. Never forget that it's very, very crucial. So now for anyone who wants it, you can always request for it in the comment section. I'll be there and attend to you. I'll always attend to you if you want it. So let's make some changes here. Brightness, the contrast. I want it to pop out. Shadows, highlights. I get this is it. Let's give it some time. Waiting for the effects to make. I guess it looks similar now. So let's also look at the adjustments. So also the adjustments. Let's leave that. Let's go to Topaz Lab. We look for top detail. So top detail. As you can see. And also increase the small details. Put it there. You can always play around with this. I think this is nice. Let's convert it to smart object. You can see from this to this. So let me convert them to smart object. Rasterize them. here you can see here I put too much brightness than here. Here there's too much brightness, but it's the same effect. So you can, this is it. And so input the icon. Now there's another there's another thing I put here. I think where is it? Something else that you can always put. The lighting. There's also the lighting. You can always put a lighting. Let me look for it. Where is it? This one. So this is the lighting. You can always put it to make your work pop out. Come here, put screen. Make your work pop out, so don't always forget it. You can also reduce the opacity so that it does not overshadow your work. So now guys, I think this is it. For any other questions, you can come to the comment section and ask whatever you want. Oh, and that's how I brought this design to life in Photoshop. What do you think? Ready to try it out yourself? If you found this helpful, give this video a like, a subscription. Yeah, for more Photoshop tips. Oh, next week I'm showing this.